Hi, I'm Jeremy Pierson. Welcome back to Practical Spirituality. In our last video, we explored the 6 stages of change from the inside. We explored how it feels to go through them personally. But what about when you're witnessing someone else? Someone else in the middle of change or maybe in resistance to it. So that's what this video is about. This video is about how to support someone through each stage of change with compassion, without pushing, fixing, or controlling. So let's walk through what each stage might look like and what you can actually say or do to meet someone where they are. Stage 1, pre-contemplation. Here's what you might notice. You'll notice that they don't believe there's a problem. They may downplay concerns, shift blame, or say things like, people are making a big deal out of nothing. Or my family just doesn't get it. If everyone would stop judging me, I'd be fine. To you, this may come across as avoidance or denial, but it's often a form of protection. Protection from fear, shame, or hopelessness. Here's how you can support them. Do not try to convince or confront. Focus on being a safe and consistent presence in their life. You may say things like, I know you're the expert in your own life, and I trust that. If you ever want to talk, I'm here. You don't have to agree with me. I just care about you. Or you might ask, can I share something I've noticed just as a friend? Would it be helpful to hear how this is coming across from the outside? Remember that this stage, pre-contemplation, in this stage, the most powerful thing you can offer is patience and presence. Stage 2, contemplation. Here's what you might notice. They're beginning to question things. You may hear them talk about what's not working, but also why change feels scary or hard. They may seem stuck or torn between fear and desire for growth. Here's how you can support them. Start off by offering curiosity, not pressure. Let them process without solving anything. You might say, it sounds like part of you is thinking about this seriously and another part of you is still unsure. That's completely normal. If you want someone to bounce things off of, I'm here to listen. No agenda. Or you might ask, what feels hard about making this change? Do you feel like something is shifting, or does it still feel stuck? Ambivalence is part of this process. Listening helps more than persuading. Stage 3, preparation. Here's what you might notice. They've decided to make a change and are starting to gather tools. They may express hope, nervousness, or ask for support in small ways. This is a stage of energy and also vulnerability. Here's how you can support them. You can encourage action without overwhelming. Let them set the pace. You might say, that sounds like a really solid step. I love how you're thinking this through. I believe in what you're doing, and I'm happy to walk with you however you need. You might ask, is there something small you want to try first? Or, would it help to talk through a couple of options? You see, in this stage, belief and gentle structure go a long way. Stage 4, action. What you might notice is that they're actively making changes. They're setting boundaries, maybe attending meetings, gatherings with other people that are going through the same thing, or they're breaking old habits. They may seem strong on the outside and still shaky underneath. Here's how you can support them. Start by recognizing effort, not just outcomes. Stay steady when they're unsure. You might say, I can really see how much effort you're putting into this. It's amazing to see how you show up for yourself like this. Or you might ask, what's been helping you stay grounded lately? Are there moments where you've surprised yourself in a good way? In this stage, encouragement helps rebuild identity. Stage 5, maintenance. Here's what you might notice. They've been consistent for a while now. Change is starting to feel integrated, but temptation, fatigue, and doubt may still arise. This stage doesn't get much attention, but it matters deeply. Here's how you can support them. Acknowledge the invisible work. Help reinforce what's working. You might say things like, I still notice the way you're living this out. It really inspires me. It's easy to overlook the quiet effort, but it's some of the strongest work there is. Or you might ask, what's been keeping you steady lately? Is there anything you need to help maintain what you've built? Consistency deserves just as much celebration as breakthroughs. And stage 6, relapse or recurrence. Here's what you might notice. They've returned to an old behavior. They may withdraw, feel ashamed, or pretend it didn't happen at all. This is a moment where love matters most. Here's how you can support. Lead with connection, not correction. Hold space for repair. You might say things like, this does not erase all the work you've done. You're still worthy of support no matter what happened. Or you might ask, what do you need most right now? To talk, reflect, or to just be? What might help you reconnect with your why again? You see, sometimes what heals most is simply staying when someone expected you to leave. You don't have to fix people. You don't have to say everything perfectly. You just have to show up with love and consistency and let them find their own timing for change. And if you want to explore this more deeply, I have a few suggestions. First of all, you might look into something called motivational interviewing. It's a communication style used in counseling that's all about helping people find their own reasons for change without pressure and without judgment. There are also some great videos and resources out there if you're curious. So if this video helped you, feel free to like, subscribe, or send it to someone that may be walking through change or holding space for someone who is. This is Jeremy Pierson, and you're watching Practical Spirituality. I'll see you next time.